Today we are going to discuss a very important topic: how to detoxify the plastic out of your brain. The microplastics. The brain accumulates the most microplastics of all the organs. The brain accumulates 7 to 30 times more microplastics than the liver and kidneys. Today I'm going to talk about how to get rid of this plastic, not just the plastics, but something else called forever chemicals. They bind with proteins in your blood, creating all sorts of problems, especially as they build up in what's called bioaccumulation over time. This is a very important video, because if you can do something about this now, you can prevent a lot of problems down the road. In one report that I saw, an average person has 7 grams of plastic in their brain. The first thing you need to know about plastics is the big scam about plastic recycling. It's simply a way to get you to keep buying plastic items. Only 9% of all plastics are able to be recycled. The vast majority of plastics are either incinerated or sink to the bottom of the ocean. If you look on the bottom of plastic containers, you'll see a little logo. It looks like a recycling symbol, giving the impression that it can be recycled. Recycling is expensive and labor-intensive, and making new plastic from fossil fuels is almost always cheaper. Forever plastic industry documents clearly concluded that there were no effective market mechanisms for mixed plastic, and that there is serious doubt it can ever be made viable on an economic basis. There was never an enthusiastic belief that recycling was ultimately going to work in a significant way. I think they knew that the infrastructure wasn't there to really have recycling amount to a whole lot. If the public thinks recycling is working, then they're not going to be as concerned about the environment. It is important to note that there are certain technologies being created right now using microbes that eat plastic and fungi that can eat plastic. There are certain types of enzymes being developed that can eat plastic. But until those are developed, there are really 2 things you can do: avoid plastics, which I'm going to get into, and do things in our body to help detoxify some of this plastic and forever chemicals. Let's first talk about the brain. There is a type of lymphatic system in our brain. It's like a dishwasher. It helps clean up stuff. That system really works when you're getting a really good amount of deep sleep. High-quality deep sleep is going to be necessary to help get rid of plastics in your brain. Another way we can get rid of plastics is by inducing something called autophagy, where you're cleaning up some of this toxicity. The best way to induce autophagy is through fasting. You need to fast for at least 18 hours to get into some significant amount of autophagy. The thing with plastics and forever chemicals is they create a lot of oxidative stress, which you can counter if you have a strong antioxidant system in the body. Consuming foods high in sulfur, like garlic, onions, and cruciferous vegetables, can help. There are also natural remedies like NAC, milk thistle, and TKA, which are all great remedies. Now let's get into probably the most important thing to get rid of forever chemicals as well as plastics. If you have city water, you have to get a water filter that can help remove plastic. Find a good one with really good reviews or a whole house unit. Let's go through some other really important things, because you're going to be surprised how you're getting plastics just from your daily routine. With cooking, plastic cutting boards need to go. You need to replace those with wood cutting boards, because as you're cutting on the plastic, you're breaking up the plastic particles and putting them right into the food. Next, dishwasher pods. You put these little pods in there and probably don't even think twice. You need to replace those with something that doesn't have plastic. Coffee filters have plastic, so you want to get coffee filters that are more certified biodegradable. As far as your sea salt goes, I would highly recommend getting sea salt from an ancient seabed, not from the ocean, because unfortunately, there are plastics in the ocean that end up in the salt. Even tea bags can have plastic. Get the tea bags that are more natural. Our plastic-free baby bottles. Of course, breastfeeding is the best thing to do, but if you can't do that, get a glass bottle. The problem is the nipple is usually plastic, and you can't use a glass nipple. It's going to be really hard to find a completely plastic-free nipple. Even if you get a nipple that's pure silicone, it's going to be a little bit better. It is imperative to use a stainless steel water bottle instead of plastic bottles and fill it with water that you can trust. When you're at the grocery store buying cleaning things, get the plastic-free sponges. I'm just putting this on your radar because you probably didn't realize there is such a thing, but you need to be aware of it. Here's another source of a lot of this plastic: The inside layer of cans. Even the canned carbonated water that I used to drink a lot of, I no longer drink canned water. Cans are lined with a thin layer of plastic. You don't want that. I would avoid canned food and canned liquids. What about toothbrushes? They have bamboo toothbrushes that actually have the brushes made of bamboo, not plastic. Again, another simple solution that doesn't cost that much more. All we're trying to do is lessen the load of plastics on your body. Your cookware, the Teflon, get rid of those pots. Replace them with stainless steel or ceramic. I would never heat anything in the microwave in plastic ever. Also, get glass containers to store your food in, not plastics. As much as you can, avoid eating popcorn from a bag that you put in the microwave. It's completely lined with plastic. Dental floss is another hidden source of plastic. I'm sure it's not going to give you a lot, but there are dental floss products that don't have plastics or forever chemicals. Tampons. Get the 100% organic cotton tampons. If you start now, reducing the load of plastics and forever chemicals on your body, this will prevent a lot of problems down the road. I'm all about preventing things. Unfortunately, medicine is not about preventing things. Medicine is about doing screenings when you get older every 6 months to catch the disease in a certain state, so they can treat it with medication early. That's not prevention. Screenings are not prevention. What I'm talking about in this video is actual prevention. It's also important to understand how these plastics and forever chemicals enter our bodies in the first place. They're not just in the food we eat or the water we drink. They're in the air we breathe, the products we use, and even the clothes we wear. Synthetic fabrics like polyester release microplastics every time they're washed, which then enter our water systems. Even the dust in our homes contains microplastics from everyday items like furniture, electronics, and carpets. The good news is, awareness is the first step. By making small changes in our daily lives, like switching to natural fabrics, using glass or stainless steel containers, and avoiding single-use plastics, we can significantly reduce our exposure. It's not about perfection, it's about progress. Every small step you take adds up and makes a difference. Make note, share, and subscribe. Spread the word, and I will see you in the next video.